the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
The editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide, Tamale Kweku Baako, is back. Tamale Kweku Baako chirimua. Nyoma to the NDC in the north, that is the 5 northern regions. Yeah, as I say, you do any chirimu Tamale. Omo office, mobulu na tumu. Omo mani chirimu ewo narugu. Ya pamo omo mu fra himfie. Ni nyina is because of Nsem-Pii Onua ono so ye veteran journalist ye managing editor of the Insight newspaper Kwesi Pratt Jr. editor dwa when they vehemently refused to pay heed to warnings about the ill treatment of Obitise Haruna Idrisu, Tamale South member of parliament. Na eno ena aba back anti party no with cracks deepening as the 2024 general elections draw near. Now, Tamale Kweku Baako chirima, the Rambo style, the NDC employee in the replacement of Haruna Idrisu as the minority leader, and lead to severe cracks within the party, and as very pragmatic as the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and in the campaign team on what taking advantage of the situation is sweep away every Tom, Dick, and Harry of the NDC into the camp of the MPP. And you know, the numerous diversion. Also NDC to MPP, NDC to MPP, NDC to MPP. It's as a result of this. Now, according to Tamale Kweku Baako, such change in the buy, it didn't sit down well with many of the party members, especially in the 5 northern regions. Emma Ghana for Bekaya, a sparking protest even among some NDC MPs, affiliated to the north. Ebiti said Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, MP for Tamale Central, openly or chastising the party's leadership, and some MPs, including Samuel Nate George, would demanded the suspension of the decision. See a baby Haruna Idrisu, a free minority leadership position. So now, Okaye pa Tamale Kweku Baako Okaye pa said Onua Kwesi Pratt Jr. commenting on such change, I wanted the NDC party say omun consider now certain actions before removing Haruna Idrisu, especially considering the political circumstances. There is a very big likelihood say Obiti said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebeba to me ababe the flag bearer of the MPP. Now, according to Tamale Kweku Baako, Okaye pa say Kwesi Pratt can say it is a reckless move, absolutely reckless move to hoist Haruna Idrisu from that position. Now, Obusa Penifone say, Omo two sana man, especially Johnson Siniketia, Eddie pa, and Omunya, Eddie Frimo. As you say, no, Oma created some form of speculation. Say, after the primus inter pares in the northern region, the current NDC leadership, say, Omunyina, Eddie Efri party anymore. And no, show clearly within the party in the north. Mabruno Kray, national executives. Now, Johnson has said national chairman of the party. According to Tamale Kweku Baako, also Okaye pa. So Mra was so a different day. This decision. Now Kalemu say Obetumi a challenge either the sacking of Haruna Idrisu as minority leader or the changes are where Obetumi a challenge nyoma. No, it's say or no, as a national chairman. He takes responsibility of Nyoma Akosunya. Was I argue beyond said the sacking of Haruna Idrisu na a part of the reorganization process of the NDC. Ebe Buama party na capture power in the 2024 elections. And Tamale Kweku Baako say, Obusa, the national chairman of the party, Johnson Asedun Ketia say, so statement here we any nay the happenings in the NDC in the north. Decision any neoma AC is it resulting in the party recapturing seat in 2024 now. And then yeah, mabunu, yeah, when NDC in the north, yeah, campaign. We are not going to vote for the flag bearer. Reinstall the vice chairman of the NDC in the north. You say, Drew Nanarugu, Nairi, Monfamo gifting, Monfamo and Chiam, Mumwadia, Munim Kasam. Johnson said, look at you, Busana said, this is Sina will take his abre. Is it positively impacting the NDC towards their aim of recapturing the seat in 2024? Now, there is a question that needs to be answered. Ebion, Ochiremua, Johnson said, look at your Kaye pass or can say. Haruna Idrisu led minority leadership are failing to cooperate with the Speaker of Parliament, Alban SK Bagbin, thereby making things difficult for the NDC in the House, hence making things smoother for the ruling MPP. And also Busa say, is it the same case? Because we Haruna Idrisu freeway, or no bail be a Parliament, yam pass yeda, and I hold this bill no to ransom that bill in the door. Near passing. Enti and also Obusa Johnson said Nketia say where come it? That comment. Yeah or yeah yes abren. Na ebion chiremua there was the need to replace the Haruna Idrisus, the Mutaka Mubaras with people who can cooperate with the Speaker of Parliament for the benefit of the NDC. So also they are yet to know the benefit. Na Johnson said Nketia Kasafam. And what you say about a year later. The repercussions of the decision, as stated by my good friend Mr. Pratt, continues to haunt the NDC, with supporters locking up the party's regional office in Tamale. On Tuesday, January the 16th, 2024, disgruntled NDC supporters locked up the party's regional office in Tamale, threatening to lock up all constituency offices in the region. The move was in protest of the arrest of Alhaji Abdul Hamid, popularly known as Alhaji Bewa, a regional vice chairman of the party. Alhaji Bewa's arrest followed an incident that occurred on Saturday, January the 13th, 2024, at the Global Dream Hotel in Tamale, where the NDC's regional vice chairman allegedly assaulted the regional treasurer, Hajia Shamima Razak. Shortly after the incident, Hajia Shamima Razak reported the matter to the regional police headquarters for justice to be served. Consequently, the supporters of the regional vice chairman gathered at the regional party headquarters to present a press release requesting the immediate release of Alhaji Bewa and threatening to stop all party activities in the region, including campaigning for the 2024 elections. They also called on the national executives to intervene for his immediate release, citing the incident as a mere internal party issue. The actions of the youth follow a recent scuffle that happened in Tamale during a stakeholders meeting, leading to an assault on Chief Sofo Azoka, national vice chairman, and the regional treasurer. The party's national chairman, Johnson Asiedun Ketia, who was also at the meeting, had to be whisked away to safety because things were turning bloody. The meeting was an attempt to resolve deep cracks in the party stemming from the removal of Haruna Idrisu as minority leader. The altercation erupted when the party's national vice chairman, Awudu Sofo Azoka, criticized the 4 members of parliament in the Tamale enclave for boycotting the meeting, a comment that infuriated supporters of the MPs. As a form of protest against the perceived mistreatment of the Tamale South MP, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, along with Al-Hassan Suhaini and Al-Hassan Bashir Al-Hassan, ABA Fuseni, MPs for Tamale Central, Tamale Love, and Sanarugu, respectively, together with Haruna Idrisu, who boycotted the meeting. The youth decided to show Chief Sofo Azoka, the national chairman Johnson Asiedun Ketia, and the others real pepper. According to Tamale Kweku Baako, the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Gawachiremua, meeting no NDC for corner Tamale, it was a dream and then Dreamland something hotel no. Then in United say Omokwa commended the cracks Abba party nimu as a result of Kwanyo Mofaso Muyi Haruna Idrisu from minority leadership in parliament. Now interestingly, Tamale Ankasano MPC 9 ya occupy seat ewo Tamale. Tamale North, Tamale Central, Sanarugu. And the other one, meeting Ukromama. Haruna Idrisu didn't show up. ABF Husseini didn't show up. Ibrahim Mutale Mohammed didn't show up. Al Hassan Suhiyini didn't show up. And no na chief so far Zokebe sorry say. Adia MPC no no. Omon pe party no. Enko so wana mabulu say hey chief Azoka. Kawanu tum. O company phone na omu di say juma no. Ya omu peso omu tete. NDC MPC. Ya omu free mantam ha. Ene nya sam ketwa. Tine wase dia se dun ketia. Efa table ase edwane nyesa nka ade efe beye ne tan eno ena mente me ho ase koba ya allegedly omu chire mu the vice chairman of region ho esiban the regional treasurer obabesia no sibam no anya asem ketu ani ya kire krata e de suspend ne membership e de free party eno ena Abdomale Kweku Baako chire mu a sa de we sei okan Onia kwesi practical say sa DCC ebe ha party no Johnson as said Ketia national chairman sorry Jina ka say it is the best ever decision that any national executive could ever take. Defend this decision vehemently and then one namakwenya seni table ase no odwane free Tamale and then udwani kire mo Tamale the party office has been locked and mabruna sa ka kire party no say until say asubie ebe ye djuma say campaign kura no nyande a within the Tamale enclave on be penama penifo aba be the serious situation is at hand in the NDC ewo Tamale and even the 5 northern regions in general and according to Abdomale Kweku Baako the intelligence of the vice president and the campaign team are taking up this opportunity no musu edi wuramu ya omo dane nyomani in the north anything na abete sa crossover no we move crossover from NDC to MPP crossover from NDC to MPP in the north ejina sa nyomani na so
now Secretary of the NDC Mustafa Gbande to help us appreciate really what went into this particular decision. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome to Eyewitness News. So where is the gentleman in question, Alhaji Igbewa, and why did the party decide to suspend his membership until further notice?
So good evening and good evening to your cherished listeners. Indeed, the incident, let me state that I'm not a regional secretary.
No, apologies. Deputy General Secretary, apologies.
Next time I'll let you bring me some sort of contribution.
I'm sorry.
So we picked up information about that activity some few days back, and definitely the National Executive Committee of the party, in terms of its functional executive, had a meeting yesterday. And under the hand of the General Secretary, we took a decision to suspend the regional vice chairman in the interim, pending investigation and adjudication by the disciplinary committee, which will consider the issue and determine its appropriate merit. And so this suspended him for 3 months for that conduct. We found out that the conduct in whichever form or shape, whereas there is some sort of assault on one person, particularly that person is also an officer. It doesn't matter whether it was provoked or unprovoked. We believe that it breaks or offends the Constitution's Article 48, and that appropriate measures out of those provisions have been applied.
I see, but has there been a history of maybe animosity or relationship difficulties between the two in the past?
Well, we are still getting further and better particulars because the National Executive Committee have taken a decision for which I happen to be a member, the merits and demerits of the matter will lie under the preserve of the disciplinary committee, and that all those facts to be gathered and will give the disciplinary committee some enough information to aid their work. As of now, I'm not aware of whether or not there was some underlining or previous altercations that may have, led to this, or it is something that happened on the spot. All we know is that two of our officers, a regional vice chairman and a regional treasurer, and in the process, the treasurer, who is the lady, was brutally assaulted. So far, the regional vice chairman have not denied knowledge of the assault conduct. And so it means that preliminary, it is only the court that can determine whether you can assault somebody in self-defense or not. But as for us, we believe that to the extent that an officer have assaulted another officer, while the constitution of the party has enough procedures and processes for redress, if members or those two individuals would have resorted to the procedures of addressing grievances, we will not get to this place in the first place. So having abandoned that process, it's possible of being a misconduct. That is why we took that decision.
But how is the lady, Hajia Shamima Yakubu, how is she doing, and where is she presently?
Indeed, it's important to state that when the incident occurred, leadership delegated the national vice chairman in person of Professor Joshua Alabi, who paid a courtesy call with the lady, visited her and ensured that she was treated and discharged. We presume that she is okay and she's with her family at the moment. I haven't spoken to her myself, but several national executives extended a call to her to express their sympathy and all of that. And so we believe that as of now, things would have been calm and everybody would have been in their homes. They're still members of the National Democratic Congress, and that they are still our party people, except to say that there have been some sort of misconduct, and the party is fortified to be able to deal with same, and we have dealt with same in accordance with the laws of the party.
What is the situation as we speak at the regional office? Because of course the two parties will have their own support bases in the regional office. So how is the office as we speak presently coping?
Well, it's important to state that members and individuals who allow their agents or relatives or assigned to act in ways that offend the rules and principles of the party will be vicariously liable for such conduct. We picked up some information that in the morning some of the youths were agitating over the arrest of the vice chairman, and they are concerned with that a similar incident occurred in Northeast where His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's supporters assaulted Honorable Alan Konyo Chirmantane's agents in their Superdelegates Congress. The police did not act that swift in that matter. But how come that when it is about NDC, the police then tend to act very swiftly? So they believe that the party should have condoned and prevented that arrest. But we are a political party that, upholds the principles of rule of law, and we will not shield or shield any individual who breaks the law. We are not saying he is guilty, but he will be vindicated given the process of the law. The police will arrest you, they will charge you, they will bail you, and if they investigate, find some evidence, they will charge you, and you will have your day in court. And so we believe that that process in itself does not condemn the individual concerned, except to say that you will be made to test the law. And so the NDC will not prevent the discharge of the police from doing that, will not prevent the police from discharging their lawful duties. As I'm speaking, we have engaged some of these stakeholders. Mind you that some of the youths do not understand the implication and import of the decisions that have been taken. And so that was the reason they were reacting. We've engaged some people, took the responsibility to explain why the action, why the decision, and why the police coming in. It has nothing to do with the NDC. It's about the individual and whether or not there was even not a complaint. Once the police would have heard that some sort of assault has taken place,